Today, man, we're upgrading the Tribal Chief. This past Monday night, WWE Monday Night Raw did debut on Netflix, making their historical significant change over to Netflix, and the Tribal Chief did have a matchup with one Solo Sikoa. And in that matchup, man, he was rocking some beautiful Nike Kobe 9s, and they were so beautiful, man. As soon as he walked through the curtain, I was like, those are Kobe 9s, man. I'm a massive Kobe fan. Massive Kobe fan, have a tattoo, have over 30, 40 pairs of Kobe's. Huge Kobe fan and Kobe sneaker fan. And so as soon as he walked through the curtain, I knew I had to make this figure, had to make these Kobe's happen here today. And I'm excited to do so today, man. I think we're going to be able to accomplish it using some different pieces here. We have 3 different Roman Reigns, and we're going to attempt to make that Roman Reigns from that main event matchup, or not that main event matchup, I guess that main event caliber matchup that took place on Netflix on Monday Night Raw. And another thing I just want to add in there, tell me if this is creative or not. You know, I thought I was cooking a little bit. You can let me know. I pitched the idea, instead of having just, you know, like bloodline rules or whatever the hell it was, what was it, tribal combat or bloodline combat or something like that? Instead of it being that way, why didn't they do like an I Quit match? But it could have been an acknowledge me match, and then Solo or Roman, the way to lose the matchup was to, you know, pretty much do the I Quit thing where the ref puts the mic in your face and you have to say, I acknowledge you, Tribal Chief, or whatever. That would have been cinema. I think that would have been really creative. Maybe they can do that down the line, but I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. Nonetheless, man, that has nothing to do with what we're doing here today besides the paint work and what we're going to do here. So I have a bunch of supplies. We're going to break it all down for you. I want to use the Ultimate Edition Roman Reigns as the main figure because it gives us the most accuracy to the Kobe 9s. This is going to be our base boot for the Kobe 9. This is going to be our base boot for the Kobe 9. Now, is it perfect? No, but there's a lot of similarities and there's some things here that we can make happen, I think. It looks pretty good. I think we're going to be able to accomplish this. And what's even crazier than that is weeks ago, maybe a week or two ago, I went on and got some Nike swooshes made, and I was going to do it for just some promo Roman Reigns, and then he comes out there with Nikes on, or Kobe's on in the ring, and I was like, man, what a perfect time to order these decals. So we do have some different decals here. We are going to have to repaint them because the swooshes are white. I didn't order white. I got red. I got black. What you want. So we are going to be fixing these up here, and it's not going to take too long. I don't think it's going to be the hardest custom we've ever attempted here, but I think what may make it easier is detaching them. I think I need to detach these, then it may make it hard to come back and paint them or something. Oh man, I think I'm going to detach them. But outside of the shoes, that's not all he did, man. He was rocking brand new gauntlets. So there's actually 2 different versions of this, and I say that because if you'll notice, the hand on this Ultimate Edition is slightly different than the shade of red that you see here on the gauntlets, and you guys can see there. This Roman, he has the right red gauntlet and the right red fist. Now on this one, the hand is wrong and the gauntlet's right. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the black gauntlet from over here and put the red one of these over here, and we're going to put the hands. We're going to have 3 separate hands that we have to paint. We got to do the, actually I may just do the mic holding hand, or I may just do the one hand. Should I just do the one hand? I might just do the one hand, but we got to paint around all of this in black. And the reason I'm using the red base for the gauntlet and hands is because black would be really difficult to color match and cover. So black can easily cover these and make them look like the gauntlets that he was wearing on Monday Night Raw for Netflix special. I say Netflix special. It was the debut of Netflix, or Monday Night Raw on Netflix. So we're going to do that, and then this Roman back here, we're just using the head sculpt because I think this head sculpt looks the most like Roman. I did custom paint this head sculpt. I think it's going to carry over the most. So we are going to do that right there. And if all else fails, and I don't like this Ultimate Edition at the end, well, we can always switch the body around. But I guess the first thing we need to do is paint these gauntlets up, and then we'll go over to the shoes themselves, and then we'll switch the head sculpts around. So let's throw it over to myself working on this. All right, man, so let's begin working on these Roman Reigns figures, and this project actually ended up being way tougher than I imagined, way tougher than I could possibly imagine, but we did get the hands and gauntlets off. We wanted to get that 2 red gauntlet look as the base, because I didn't want black base. If you had a black base, you'd have to paint over the black with red, and it would be really inconsistent. If you start off with the red, then it's much easier, but I thought about removing the boots from the figure, but then I ended up not doing so because it's actually tough to get these out. But the first thing we did was remove the logos from the boots themselves, or the shoes if you want to say that, but the acetone got it right off. I thought about leaving them on there, but I felt like it was best to remove all of the paint, and this would probably help the paint that we were applying stick to the boots much easier. So we did remove all of the different logos on there. I did decide to keep the black ones on the feet though, because it actually plays into the design, but I had these red Nike decals and these black Nike decals, and my plan was to, first of all, decide on which color. I decided to go with the black at the end of the day, just because the red on top of red probably wouldn't look that good. But we did go with the black Nike decals, and after we did cut them out, I did get these from Curb Stomp City, by the way. I had to figure out if I wanted to go with the super small swooshes or if I wanted to go with the kind of medium, larger style swooshes, and at the end of the day, I think I did end up going with the larger size. I just think it fit a little better, and I don't know how I feel about it after the fact. You guys can be the judge down in the comment section below, but we did cut off all the excess of the Nike swooshes, and then we got our micro set. So this is a 2-in-1. The blue bottle is what you apply to the area that you're going to put your decal on beforehand. So you'll apply this before you put on any decal. This is the secret to getting decals to work for you. You apply the blue micro set right there beforehand, you let it dry fully, and then you dip your decal in water, slide it off, put it in the position, and it will stick pretty good, man. It will get stuck to your finger like I did here, and it actually took me quite a few times to get this right. But if you practice long enough, man, you dip it in the water, get it pretty wet, and then put it out over it. If it's completely dry, it should work. But the red is what you would use to make it pretty much stick to the figure indefinitely. I mean, it takes a lot, man. It goes for that really painted on look. So the blue is what you put on before, the red is what you put on after, and look at this, man. It makes it look like it's really painted on. It's kind of crazy how effective the decal paper stuff is. You can get it on Amazon, but it was crazy how the swooshes kind of tore in half, but I was basically using these swooshes as just a guide to paint, right? But it was time to move on to our gauntlets, and we did fill in right here, and you'll see you just come in with the black and you fill in around the red. This is a much simpler way than painting all of the black, white, or gray or whatever, and then coming back and trying to paint match. Just roll with what the figure came with and then paint black over red. Really simple way to paint the gauntlets here. And I know we're missing the designs on the inside. He did have like the Samoan or tribal chief designs on the inside of the gauntlets where the red panels were, but I really couldn't replicate that in paint form. I could, but it would be a lot tougher to finish this project here today. But that wouldn't be the only tough thing that we would have attempted here today, man. But this came out really clean. I was pretty proud of the way the gauntlets turned out, and I kind of dig the red peg on the hand right there. But then we got into painting the shoes themselves, man, and nothing could have prepared me for how challenging this was going to be. Not only that, man, but getting the stuff on film and trying to get that stuff for you guys was impossible. I need to have glasses where I can actually film myself painting these things because it's very, very tough. I don't know how people do it. I need one of those above things that the artists use when they draw, or I need some sort of glasses that I can film myself while painting these things and getting these things, and I think it would also help on surgery. But this was pretty much, I was limited to this amount of painting on film. I did the best that I could, but I tried to get it in there. But we started off by painting the tongues white. I filled in all the white first, tried to layer that up with the Citadel Air white paint because it pays for a really, really thin look, and it really helps it out there. But then we move on to the black and stuff. But this was pretty much all the paint that I could get on film before finishing up. And now, all we have to do after 30 hours of work is switch the head sculpts. You hear that voice crack? Daggone, man. Alright, well, dude, I've been painting on this for I don't know how long. I really, dude, I don't even know. I feel like I'm in a different dimension now. It took me hours upon hours, and I've only gotten one goddamn shoe done. So, brother, I'm going to have to end it right there, because my mind is just a piece of shish right now. But this is how the gauntlets look. I love the way the gauntlets look. And I know he had the pattern on the inside, but we're just going to have to live with what we got right now. But here is the left shoe, I guess, and it's definitely not that good. I don't like how it turned out, to be honest. I did have to apply a black decal for the swoosh, and then painting over that, it's just, I don't know, it just is not as clean, it's not as dynamic. I think the smaller swoosh would have worked better. And, painting all those fine lines, like, dude, I didn't even finish the one shoe. Like, I still have, like, half a shoe left to do. But, I don't know, like, I can kind of see the vision. I may come in, I think what would really help if I come in with a different shade of red and make the swoosh smaller from the outside. I think that's the vision here. But this is all I have for now, man. I mean, I added like the Superman punch logo right there and tried to, it's so funny because on these, like without, I'm going to fill that in with its own paint there. But it's kind of funny. These look like the Kobe 9 Christmases, which I actually own. And so that's pretty cool that those kind of mimic that right there. I have my OG pair still in my closet. And I always break out my Grinches on Christmas Day. And there's like Kobe 10 Christmases that are custom made. They're like Nike ID'd. But this, I like the lightning bolts. I like some of it. It's just a pattern, man. Just painting those tiny stripes like that is really, really difficult. And I don't know, it made the boot like transform. Is this not crazy? Like if you look at them from way back here, I don't know, it doesn't look bad, but doesn't it like look like his feet are massive or something? I feel like it didn't do that until I painted him, though. Am I tripping? Do you see what I'm talking about? It's not bad, man, but I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed in the way it turned out. I hope I didn't disappoint anybody, but I did my absolute best here to bring those to life, at least in the span of time that I had. And it's, yeah, man, this is hours upon hours. Anybody that attempts this, man, you're a wizard. If you can complete it and make it look halfway decent, I'll probably come back to it at some point. I definitely have to finish it. I don't want just one shoe, but I'm going to have to come in here, and it's going to require a lot of cleanup. But I think we have a decent little base. I don't know, man. I feel like I failed. But that is pretty much going to wrap the video, man. I hope you guys did enjoy. I'd love to know what your thoughts are on our Kobe 9 custom Robin Reigns right here, man. But, yeah, I gave it all I had, man. At the end of the day, you could put your head on the pillow knowing that I gave it everything I had on this one. And, you know, unfortunately, I didn't lose. I just ran out of time. But anyways, man, that's going to wrap up the video. Please let me know your thoughts on these down in the comment section below. But I'm getting the hell out of here. I appreciate all of you so very much, man. But I'll see you guys next time. Leave me all your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a blessed one.